What is going on out there, peeps? Well, hopefully fourth time is a charm. This is the fourth time that I had to record this particular video. For some reason, every time I start to talk about this subject, it's not allowing me to download the videos that I'm creating, which is kind of weird because I've created other videos before and after attempting to do this video in response to the comments and questions that I had under the video about Catherine Austin Fitts. So let's try this again and hopefully we'll have a whole lot more success this time around. All right, anyways, this is me coming back around. A few days ago, I posted a video, NESARA GESARA, wake up call, because people need to know what's really going on with this great reset. I showed an interview with Catherine Austin Fitts, this lady right here, and we listened to what it is that she had to say. Now, she's been around for a while and she's speaking openly about a lot of things. But one in particular, she just alludes to the fact that her hopes are to be around to help rebuild humanity, which I thought was an interesting comment. One of her other comments that she made was, we are part of a 10,000-year-old war. A war. Also, some of you guys noticed that she used the word harvest. We'll get into that a little bit later on. So what I'm going to do now is go back and, like I always do whenever I do NESARA GESARA videos, when I have time, to go back, respond to the comments, answer any questions that you guys might have to the best of my ability. Before we get started, hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. Right now is an excellent time to be buying gold and silver. You need to get something outside of the system. It's a great hedge against inflation, protects you from a market crash, but more importantly, it is outside of the system. So it represents freedom. So it has more than monetary value. That's for dang sure. When you go to buy your gold and silver, please give a consideration to our friends over at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. If you are a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you'll get a free half ounce of silver. Alrighty, so here we go. KJ says, I regard this so highly. I've listened to her for over 20 years since our Bell. She had kept her integrity through the heavy stuff. All the best. Yeah, she's been put through a scrutiny, and she's also had her reputation, of course, attacked as well. But so does anybody else that comes out with the truth. This woman is very brave. So many others probably know what sick, perverse crap they have in the works for humanity and are scared to death to say a word, considering how many others have met untimely demises. May she receive divine protection. Yeah, that tends to happen whenever you're somebody who speaks out against this agenda or tells the truth about what's really going on. And it's unfortunate. This is good reporting. I pray it awakens more people to the bottom line of what is really happening. Yeah, you know, the best we can do is try to get word out, and hopefully others will listen. And some of you are having a hard time reposting these videos. So let me give you a shortcut or another way to try to post videos. If you come up here where the URL is, see this? Right click it, copy it. And when you go to your social media platforms and you do your post, just paste it in there and the video will pop up and you can share it, okay? I'm usually quiet on these videos, but this one, I have to say, is really important to listen to it over and over and share with the ones you love and care about. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Whether they believe it or not, at least they'll be aware of it. Excellent job, Pimpy. Keep them coming, brother. Right back at you. I appreciate it. This is exactly what has been happening. Wake up. Thanks for the real truth. You're very welcome. The thing is, you know, I would say over the last 6 or 7 years or so, definitely most recently, subjects that were taboo, you know, people considered conspiracy a long time ago are now starting to realize that, hey, these things aren't conspiracy, they're real. People talking about the, you know, what they call them, the Illuminati, you know, the elite, the globalists, I don't care. They go by new names all the time. The Great Reset. They're all part of this New World Order agenda. And now we're seeing it right in the face. You heard Joe Biden come out and say, now we're in a new world order. I've heard several politicians say that. So I don't think we're quite there yet. There's still plenty of time, and more people every day are starting to wake up to the truth. And that's a great thing to see. Are you planning to share the list of names you mentioned? We need to know who they are. Thanks for all you do, Pimpy. You're welcome. So what I'll do is I'll leave a link for this. It's called the World Economic Forum Young Global Leaders. All right, see all these people in here? If you scroll down a little, see over here, subgroups. These are year by year since 2005. You can click them and it shows you the list of all the people who attended. Now, this is a 5-year indoctrination. Remember that. But it really gives you an idea of just how much they have infiltrated all areas that are important to society. Media, entertainment, education. These people are actual global leaders. They control countries. These are people who are politicians. And when you see who is all there, you'll understand why people are picking up on the fact that there's definitely some type of agenda and there's a lot of people behind it. Again, politicians, the media is pushing this, social media people. Speaking of social media people, look right here. And then you got people like Megan Rapinoe. Now she's kicked off the soccer team. Remember pushing this agenda? All these people are pushing agendas. There's no doubt about it. Now you can see Dan Crenshaw actually turned on Trump, but he's part of this as well. And unfortunately, Tulsi Gabbard. I was really saddened to see that. But when you get to her year of her class, you'll see her stand there with the Illuminati symbol, throwing it proudly. And it was really sad to see. I really thought she was a good person. So yeah, that'll be down below in the description. For those you don't know what that means when I say down below in the description, if you go under any of my videos, see right here underneath my name, and it has Money Metals thing here, just click show more, and here is the link. You can to go, whether you're going to Money Metals or anything like that, Pimpy's News Network. But anyways, here's for some people are asking about this. This is my playlist for NESARA GESARA, so you don't have to go through and fish out all the videos. Just click this, and it'll take you to all the videos. So I will post a link down here in the description for you so you can go see who's been part of all these classes, because it's important to see. Thank you for sharing this great video, Pimpy. It's one of your best thus far. I'm glad I viewed it before they took it down. If it's not taken down soon or at all on here, I will be even more suspicious of their new censorship algorithm. Yeah, I don't know. Something's definitely changed with YouTube. I mean, don't get me wrong. Depending on the subject matter, some of the ones we are familiar with get dinked. You can't talk about the jab. You can't talk about the RONA. Can't talk about anything related to that in any real detail. Can't talk about anything regarding this administration that shows negative on it. Yeah, you'll get dinked. But other things that you would think might be taboo, they have, for some reason, been standoffish, which I don't have a problem with that because I don't think they should censor at all. But definitely, something's changed. There's no doubt about it. Good job, Pimpy. Wake up, everybody. Yeah, absolutely. Bang on the mark, Pimpy. Great find. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate all the kind words. Bonds for the win. Become an American state national. Put God back in the equation. We are endowed by our Creator. Absolutely. Sending much love, Brother Pimpy. Right back at you guys. We the people won't let this happen, Pimpy. I hope not. Because a lot of people, it's amazing. As many people that are woke now, there's still quite a few that are not. 5-6 years ago, I had a group called The Hidden Things in Front of Your Eyes on Facebook. Man, every day I was fighting with people, but I wouldn't kick them out of the group because the whole point was have open dialogue and do what you can to convince people. And sure enough, I won over a lot of people, and they went from being naysayers to some of the hardest fighting truth seekers out there. And they would come aboard and do what they can to help spread the truth. So yeah, over the last 5 or more years, it's definitely been a big switch, a change. More people are waking up. I hear very well just what she is speaking, and I'm a believer. Yeah, same here. Feel like I'm watching many Dr. Frankensteins at work. It seems that way, that's for sure. Chances are the GMOs they're looking for are also in the food that we eat, especially if you're eating out at the popular food joints during lockdown. Wow, the GMOs that they're looking for, jolly, are human beings. Yeah. You see, if you got the jab, it altered your DNA. And therefore, everybody that got it, you're legally considered a genetically modified organism. That's the GMOs are looking for. Great reporting, one of your best to date. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for the information, Pimpy. You're very welcome. Respectfully, much of the information Pipster is putting out has been out there for a while. I know he's not into the 17th letter movement, but all this has been covered. As for the ultimate tax haven space, I didn't consider that until this video. Thanks. Maybe what Bezos is planning on doing. Wait till the XRP story comes out. Yeah, actually, I never said that. This information is new and I discovered it and I'm the one showing it to you for your first time. I never said that. This news is out there, but a lot of people are still unaware of it at all. And I never said I wasn't into the 17th letter movement. I just don't see it the same way a lot of these people putting out all this hocus pocus crap about clones and everything else. I don't get all into that. Only talk about those things that I could prove. But when you ask those other people, here, I tell you what, George, let me show you the difference between me and those people are full of crap. Telling you that. Any day now, this, they got clones that, Gitmo this, Gitmo that. So I'll put this out there for any of you. Feel free to reach out to your favorite bullshitter on YouTube. And I'm more than happy to challenge them to a debate live on YouTube so everybody can hear it. And trust me, I'll just embarrass them. They don't have any proof. They just say they do, and they magically can't give you the proof or don't tell you how they got the resources or nothing like that. You can't find anybody out there that says, look, I have absolute 100% proof and I'll show you what my resources are. They won't do it. They're full of crap. So if they want to prove to me that there's a bunch of clones instead of actual politicians or actual, Hollywood types running around, then by all means, bring them aboard. I'd be more than happy to listen to them with an open mind. And I'm non-confrontational, but I am a debater, and so none of those people will take up this offer. They won't do it because they're lying to you. Jack Ducey interviewed her at her house. She is off the grid. Awesome setup. Yeah, there's a lot of people getting off the grid. I believe those people like Klaus have been taken care of already. Nope. No, they haven't. So wherever Bryce got the information, those are the people I'm talking about. If they want to come on my show, do an interview, do a live show, just have a debate about whether somebody's been to Gitmo or not, I have no problem going head to head with them. But you won't find any of them because they're all full of crap. They'll make every excuse in the world not to have that debate. And I'm willing to go on their show and debate them all day long. Gold is God's currency. Yippers, I agree. Thank you for getting the proof of what I told you. Love you. Right back at you. I don't know how far we need to accept this kind of story. However, as of my personal experience, I would understand that human body may be some kind of device to provide experiences to someone who wants it. We may be like avatars to provide the experiences of living on Earth. We may be already like a robot, but unfortunately, we all have the option of getting out, called free will. So-called God designed us that way, but now there may be a force to eliminate free will programmed within us. It sounds pretty much SF. Yeah, I don't know what the so-called God thing. God's real, there's no doubt about it. But yeah, I just, look, these people are claiming they have the ability to do this. I wouldn't put it past them, but as far as them eliminating the actual soul or capturing the actual soul, I heard stories about that many times. That's where that harvesting comes in that Kathy's talking about. We know there's this tower that's on the moon. That's a whole nother story. But anyways, it's supposed to have the ability to capture souls as they come off the earth and then recycle them in order to keep them perpetually imprisoned here on earth. It's a whole other story. Both Catherine Austin Fitz and Karen Hudds have been warning us for a while for this very day. On this very day, yeah, I would say so. They both have. They've been through hell too, both of them. Wow, fabulous video. You're very welcome. Wake up is all you can say. So we are awake, and now what? Been awake for many years. Pimpy says we are done for, so what do you want us to do? Do you believe where she said God can't get us through this? Yeah, actually, I do believe that. I know that. So doom and gloom and let it happen. No, I wouldn't say let it happen. People need to be proactive in many different ways. Spreading the word and educating others is the first step. And it's been going on for a while, and more people are waking up to it. That's why we're seeing actual changes happen. I'm not choosing that camp. Keep your vibrations high for yourself and friends and family around you. Absolutely. She was under sec of HUD under Reagan. Check out her old videos. Yeah, I've seen her older videos. Transhumanism. Wow. When I was a child, there was a cartoon called The Eighth Man. The first episode, which is on YouTube, shows how he came to be. He was a cop that died in the line of duty. A scientist took his dead body and transferred his mind and soul into a robot with superhuman speed and strength that fought crime for humanity. That sounds like RoboCop, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. But all these enemies of the cross have forgotten that the Most High still sits on his throne. Those people, the enemies, I believe they're ignorant of the true power of God, and they're going to find out soon. You need to interview David Weiss. Sure, I'm open to it. I don't know who Dave Weiss is that I'm aware of. I might know, but if Dave Weiss wants to come on my show, I'm always open to what people have to say. I refuse to listen to demons. I believe in the creator of the universe. My soul will be captured by the angels of the Almighty, not by demons. I believe that too. When will NESARA GESARA happen? Do I need to do anything to be eligible for it? Not that I'm aware of, but if I was you, I'd go to my NESARA GESARA playlist, go watch the videos so you can see my approach to NESARA GESARA is not like the other people's. My guess is we have ships as big as Manhattan up there already. Yeah, Brad. Everybody knows I have a CIA friend, Robert Dean. He showed me some pictures that blew my mind. One ship that he showed me was from top to bottom 3 miles, from side to side was 5 miles, and from front to back was 11 miles long. And I was like, man, that's one huge ship. Then the next picture he showed me, no, he said that those little ships besides the bigger ship was the one you just looked at, and the bigger ship was way bigger than the one I just was looking at. So yeah, there's definitely some ships there. We heard that they park on the dark side of the moon, and that's why whenever you're up in space, you're not allowed to go to the dark side of the moon. That's one of the reasons why, or so I've heard. Hopefully, with this great awakening, the people cancel their transhuman plans. No, I mean, it looks something's definitely changed. It looks like they're doing a lot of backpedaling. I mean, now you got Janet Yellen out there saying that we're years away from a central bank digital currency. I don't know how true that is because it's already created. I think she means years away from implementing it. But if we wake up to this, the sooner the better. We're seeing people, election time's coming already. We see Le Pen needs to beat Macron over in France, and looks like she's taking a lead. But Macron's a young globalist, and he's all part of the World Economic Forum. We definitely want him voted out. Midterms are coming, and people should be voting out those individuals who are going into office for their own personal gain instead of protecting the rights of the people. Good info, Pimpy. But man, your understanding is so static. You're afraid to fly. You're simply going to have to trust in something other than you little hoard of wealth at some point. I mean, you can't buy your own army. Maybe I can. No, just kidding. Maybe you should team up with the angel army like Gideon did. Just saying. Well, I tell you what, if that angel army wants to come on down here, I'm gaming. Let's do it. But yeah, I hear you. About 17. My guess is that you're talking about this Q. I find it odd that everything is falling into place. I mean, I understand maybe someone knows the playbook, but it just seems strange enough to always be right, and the DS knows nothing about what is going on. I'll keep the faith that God wins, and if everything goes south for us, that only means we're getting closer to the end. Great work, Pimpy. Thank you. Yeah, keep your faith in God. That's the only person I trust as far as all this is concerned. They already have a way to freeze time. So for people in prison 1,000 years, it's like 7 months. Demolition Man. Yeah, that would definitely suck to be frozen for 1,000 years. I mean, geez, man, I was away for 9 months, and when I got out, man, it was crazy to see just how much things had changed in such a short period of time. The Book of Urantia explains the great cosmos and that the Lucifer rebellion has trapped us here. Only now the truth of our souls being reunited with the great cosmos is available. Yeah, I heard something similar to that. Thanks, Pimpy. Sending hugs from West Nebraska. Right back at you guys over there in Nebraska. I was there, visited one time. I loved it. Liar, Globe, Truth, Planetary, Divine, Nature. We are a gift of divinity. In the image of God, truth will win, and it is about spirit. We are eternal beings here, and this is the time we chose to be here to shed light on the darkness. Yeah, I absolutely believe that. Stop leaving God out of the equation. Yeah, I'll support that. I don't leave God out of the equation, that's for sure. If anything, I think everybody should put God back in the equation. This just screwed me up in the head, and it's only Monday. Sorry about that. When we die and step into the eternity, the only thing that matters is if you trusted in God, Jesus Christ. So yeah, I noticed with these types of subjects, Christians come out hardcore. I mean, I find it hard to believe that God will allow us to have to go through this, but if we go through it, it must be for a reason. It's literally going to be a world war of good versus evil. Stick to your animal food, purifier, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, I think it's a war of good and evil. Absolutely. What happens when the unstoppable object hits head on with the unmovable object? Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to say and I messed up the words. God's salvation or stated goal of Jesus' death. Okay. Again, I mean, you'll see this. A lot of people are out there saying, look, just have faith in God. And I say the same thing. And don't worry about all the crap that's out there. But I do think it's important for people to be aware at least. Because you don't want to be blindsided, that's for sure. Whether people want to believe this or not, I understand it. But don't be blindsided by it. At least hear the info, and then what you do with it after that is up to you. Agreed. We must be able to ascend to rebuild from the bottom up. I hear that. Thanks, Pimpy. You're welcome. She's talking about good over evil. I think she is. It's interesting her choice of words. She said harvesting locations. I heard that before. The weird thing is, if you ever seen Jupiter Ascends, it's the movie with Mila Kunis. It's about these people who are up in space and they're like these royalty families, and what they do is they harvest the souls off planets and they use that to keep themselves young and in power. So it's a weird movie. Anyways, when I saw that movie, it blew my mind because I heard what actually happens was close to what we see in the movies, and what we learned lately is that the movies have a tendency to introduce people to the truth in a roundabout way. So that kind of falls in line with what it is that Catherine was talking about when it came to the harvesting. I've been saying this for the longest, and folks keep saying I'm crazy, and all I think of are conspiracies. This proves my thoughts. Folks are in for a rude awakening. I know my peoples are ready and down with me, rather fight than go through the transformation. Well, I'm one of the people. I'll stand by your side and fight because there's no way in hell I want to go through that neither. Where can you read this list of globalists? It'll be right underneath this description. Yes, that is their plan, but their plans are failed, and how DP you know this planets are solid. Trolling out them with a Nikon P1000. I wonder if that's the same camera my friend had. He had a camera that the lens was so strong you can see the surface of the moon. It was crazy, man. It's one of the strongest cameras I've ever seen. I'm Canadian. Where's the best place for me to go buy precious metals? You know, I used to know a place over there, but I had one of my subscribers had an issue with them, and they let me know. And after that, I stopped talking about them. So I'd recommend just go Google where to buy gold and silver in Canada, and it'll pop up. The first soul was on blockchain. It's on OpenSea. That would be freaky. It's not over till it's really over. Grand jury should be assembled as soon as possible. Arrest them all. Yeah, I say the same thing, man, and people are starting to wake up again. Pretty soon, people are going to start taking action a little bit more aggressively than what we're seeing. That's the work of the devil? Yeah, I would say so. They want to be gods, but they never will be. That's the thing with these people. They think they are God, and you're exactly right. They never will be. Pimpy, do we live on a spinning ball? A spinning ball? Oh, okay. I get it. My bad. So let me guess. You're a flat earther. Yeah, my thing on that, I have my own opinion on it. You know, again, I'm open to whether it is or not. I've watched and heard several debates about this. I mean, heck, even in the Bible, it tells you that the earth is flat. Mars means war. They aren't going to Mars, they're going to war. I would say we're in one. Try to watch it, but my goodness, the commercials are intensifying here. Yeah, that's out of my control. That's YouTube. Harvesting places at 4 minutes and 09 seconds in the video. What the hell? Yeah, Melody, that's what I'm talking about. I see, I heard about them, but I heard two different versions of what the harvesting is. But yeah, definitely one of them is where they go and they harvest the souls off human beings, the dead. They have a way to capture them. Is the rumor? I mean, again, it's unless I can prove it, it's kind of hard to say. So, I mean, I've heard a lot of that talk, but it seems like BS to me at the moment. Why do you think Elon Musk is in it for Mars? That's free of taxation. Yeah, I would say so. So is Bezos and all them. No, your soul cannot be captured. You know, not that I'm aware of. As far as I'm concerned, the soul belongs to God and no one else. So no one has a right to sell it. Whether people go, oh, they sell it. Well, if you say so. But no, the soul's not yours in the first place. So I don't know how you're going to be able to sell it. And I don't think it could be captured. How did she survive the Bush administration? That's a good question. And like you said, a lot of them have magically disappeared. That's funny. Not interested in a DS plan. They do not win. This is not responsible reporting, in my opinion. It's clickbait. Well, what do you mean it's not responsible? I think everybody should be aware of it. More and more people speaking out loud about this on YouTube, which I'm very happy to see. Because it seems like a couple years ago, I was one of the only people talking about it. And I was like, God, this thing is important. But now there's a ton of people, and I like that. Going to the moon or Mars? What a load of BS. We've been to the moon, and I heard about Mars. And my friend Robert Dean said that we have been mining helium-3 off those planets for quite some time. He said over there in Antarctica, they are so advanced in technology, they have these little pods they put the miners in, and they shoot them up into space, and they could go from this planet to those planets in just about a minute. And they go up there for months at a time, doing their job mining, and then they come back, and they stay here for months at a time. So, and they get paid a lot of money. Now, that's the rumor. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. I myself have not been able to prove it, but my friend Robert Dean, there is something to it, and he's been able to prove a lot of things he spoke to me about. Money metals is expensive. Monument metals and bullion exchange is better. Actually, it's not. Everybody has their own favorite. That's fine. Money metals, they're either the cheapest or the second cheapest. But they have the most competitive. They're not expensive, but just to prove one way or another, Art, let's take a looky-poo, shall we? Monument metals. Let's go to silver. Let's go to American Eagles, because those are the most commonly ones. You got 2022s up here. There's 2022s, because they're the newest ones. Let's click it. CC, which is credit card, and PayPal right here. This is normally how people pay, and that's normally the prices that you see. Now, wire or check, obviously that's an option. These are commonly the prices, just so you are aware. So 1 through 19, you got $40.64. 20 through 99, $40. But anyways, here's the prices for the 2022 American Eagles. Go over to Money Metals, U.S. minted silver Eagles. Here we are. Here's the 2022s. Okay, well, nope, you can see right here, these are in the 39, 39, and 38. So, nope, Monument is not cheaper. Not at all. So, once again, as I stated before, Money Metals has the most competitive price out there. So, Monument Metals is not the best. She never names the Yahoo. Not that I'm aware of. And how do you get past God? Flesh doesn't beat God. I don't know if anything is going to get past God, to be honest with you. There's no people from Earth living on Mars. Facts. I don't know how you can say that's a fact. Have you been to Mars? Have you looked there? You cannot prove that there's no people there, just like I can't prove that there is people there. That's the whole dilemma about this. I just heard stories about it, and the truth is we don't know. But I will tell you this, Israel, and this is a fact that you can look up. A lot of those NASA scientists own 99-year leases on the planets and the moon for mining. Why the hell would people from NASA own any type of leasing for mining on any of the planets unless they thought they can do it? And here's what I'm talking about. It says right here, lunar mining rights secured by Dr. Joseph Resnick, Lieutenant Colonel Timothy O'Neill, and a doctor, Army retired. His name is Guy Kramer. Why would they own the mining rights on planets unless you can get there? What do they know that we don't know? Maybe they just thought just in case, and they would bite them, and they would buy mining rights just in case. That's always possible. But you can see right here, it says a loophole in space law allows individuals and companies to hold mineral rights on the moon, Mars, and other celestial bodies. And you can see right here that, these same three guys own the mineral rights for 95% of the side of the moon that faces the Earth. Well, why not the dark side? You ever wonder about that? But anyways, this is what I'm talking about. Why would they own mineral rights on planets, on the moon, unless there's something about it that we don't know? Get a hold of me somehow. Let's have a call. All right, Peyton, I'll give you a call and let's see what's up. Dude, what are you talking about? It's supposed to have happened. You're so wishy-washy. It's not going to happen. What do you mean? It's happening now. I don't know what you're talking about. It was supposed to happen. They're in the process of attempting it right now. Don't tell me you're one of those people who go, oh, yeah, they've been a Gitmo. They've already been executed and they're clones. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Yeah, okay. Another Christian letting people know, turn to God. Oh, boy. Wow. Mel's husband here. If you accept Jesus Christ as the Lord and Savior, they can't touch you in Jesus' name. I agree. Klaus is related to Karl Marx. That would not be surprising to me at all. This woman knows nothing about spears. She is nuts. I don't know if she said anything about spears. History of Lenin? Yeah, I mean, go look up what's called Operation Trust. Give it a good read, and then tell me if it sounds familiar to you. Said in the Bible that men will want to die, but will not be able. That's because maybe they're stuck in these dang robots that they want us to stay in. Just saying. No, she's talking about the Antichrist. She could be. Well, that sucks right before bed. Sorry about that. Nancy in Delaware, hello today. Hello. How's my mate, Charlie Ward? I don't know how Charlie's doing. I mean, I don't pay attention to what he's doing over on his side of the world. And he's not my mate. He's somebody I did a couple interviews with. Mars, the planet, doesn't exist. Well, somebody's got some explaining to do because as far as we know, it's still there. Has anyone noticed Charlie Ward's shirt always has a crown on him? He's an agent for the crown pushing their lies. I don't watch Charlie, so I don't know. That could be possible. So there you have it. Look, here's the thing that's interesting is how many people even knew about Catherine. I was shocked. It was nice. But yeah, I mean, she's been trying to warn people for quite some time. And she's one of these ladies I would love to have on my show and pick out her brain because I'm curious. She tends to be very vague about a lot of details. And I don't know if that's by design or if, she's just protecting the people who are interviewing her. You would think by now a lot of these people that know the same thing she does would just come out as a group. Well, you would think, but we see what happens when groups of doctors come out to talk about the RONA. They got discredited and smeared everywhere. So I can understand. I mean, these people do own the media as well as a ton of other things that are important to society. And it's just their way of controlling the narrative. That's for sure. But yeah, that's good. I'll do what I can to dig more into this that she's talking about. And then when I get the information, I'll be more than happy to share it with you guys. All right. So I appreciate you tuning in and leaving a comment. And I'll get back to them when I can to the best of my ability. So I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in and listening to the videos when you do. Everybody have a great day, and I'll catch you later. I'm out.